All right, Dan, this is my new hat. JETS, just end the season. All right, everybody, welcome back to Jets Therapy. Dan and I here today to talk about this demoralizing loss.
Oh, dude, you don't we all just that's
you only go up from
it.
there, right?
You just nailed it. I mean, I don't even know what else to say.
Another one.
You encapsulated exactly how every Jet fan feels at this point in the season.
Well,
man, it's tough.
It was a tough one because again, this was another one where I felt like, oddly enough, our defense played well enough in the first half. I think we trailed off at the second half, but yeah, going into halftime, it was 10-6, right? 10, yeah, I think, or right before halftime, it was 10-6. So like, we're in this game, and believe it or not, we're in this game because of our kicker, Dan. That's where I was surprised.
Came up big, came up very big. Absolutely loved him.
Eddie Pinheiro coming in big.
What a stud.
The only points we scored, 3 field goals. So.
Yeah, dude, the defense played really well. They deserved a lot. I know they scored 30 points, but they deserve a lot more credit than
what was given
here. I mean, I think it was the fourth quarter, and it was like 13-9 or 16-9 or something like that in the fourth quarter. So honestly, we're hanging in there.
Dude, take away now again. Kamara is a phenomenal football player. Take him out of the game, I don't know if the Saints win that game. I think it's a lot closer. Let me put it that way. Take Kamara out of that game, it's a lot closer.
And dude, they ran for 150 yards, but there was like 44 attempts.
Yeah.
I forget what Saleh said in his press conference, but that averages like 3.7 yards or something along those lines. I don't 100% know, but it wasn't that good, like on paper. Yeah. So I think our defense played good enough to win that game. Just the offense couldn't get clicking, man. I mean, they couldn't get rolling.
I mean, when you literally have, Corey Davis we knew Corey Davis early in the week. We knew he was going to be out. We knew like Elijah Moore was a question mark, but putting him on IR was a big surprise to me.
Yeah, that was a huge surprise.
Jeff Smith not playing. He's another fringe guy. Like he could have taken Denzel Mims' spot, but I didn't see Mims also blundering his chance completely. I hate to say it, but I think he's done. I think he's done.
I mean, what special talents is he hiding that we're waiting for him to show us right now? I mean, he's all the Jet fans out there that continue to want to just see Mims. We want to see Mims. We know he should be out there. He's an explosive player. I know, and for the majority of the time, I've said this before, he doesn't really run his routes very well.
No.
I mean, they just look slow. It looks like he's dragging a body behind him every single time he tries to run downfield.
I mean, it's almost as if he looking at, watching the game and seeing him react and everything like that. Like he doesn't care. It's almost as if he doesn't.
It almost looks like he doesn't care. That's it. And they were showing, I mean, his receivers did not help. When your number 1, number 2 receiver are Braxton Berrios. I mean, Braxton Berrios and Keelan Cole is supposed to be your number 1 receiver. Maybe, I don't even know who it's supposed to be. Yeah. Jamison Crowder didn't do much that game. I mean, he really doesn't have too many guys to throw to. Credit the offensive line, dude. They played extremely well.
Yeah.
They gave him tons of time to throw the ball, and he was standing there for sometimes 2, 3, 4 seconds a pop, looking downfield and no one's there.
Yeah.
Now, if we wanted to get and I think that Zach was making smart decisions with the ball. He had 0 picks. That's been something that he's steady but surely getting better at as the season goes on.
That's a positive.
Getting a lot more conservative with the ball, trying to hit those checkdowns. But one of those big things this game, and it's not a physical thing, dude. It's a mental thing where he is just not hitting these short little passes. I think that's going to clear itself up. We've talked about this beforehand. I am not concerned about these short little passes because he just needs more reps, more reps until those things just become second nature and he doesn't have to think about them.
He's played 9 games so far. 9 games so far.
He's still thinking,
and he only played 12. And he only played 12 in college, so he's still 21 starting 21 games of football. That's
right. Exactly. I think that he has all of the attributes to be a stellar quarterback, our franchise guy. And I think that he will be. I truly think that. I think that he's making smarter decisions right now. Like I said, He's playing within the scheme. He's doing his best to accommodate to everybody. He's still trying to throw some deep balls. So I think his head is just kind of all over the place right now. When you see him missing on simple bubble screens out to Berrios on the outside when he spiked it like 6 yards in front of him, dude, he can hit that pass. Like, let's just be honest here.
I could hit that pass there.
Yeah, when he figures it out, when he figures it out mentally, we're going to be in a very good place. When we get our guys healthy again, when we get I hate to say I'm already looking forward to next year, but when we're finally healthy again, which for some reason the Jets just can't stay healthy.
15 players on IR and at least 15 players on IR and at least 10 of them are like
this rolls in perfectly.
Projected starters.
May I?
Ooh.
I wrote down a few players.
Okay.
Who are not just guys getting hurt from the Jets. These are legitimate impact players.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to give myself an idea of what we're dealing with injury wise, because the Jets they have more money on IR than any other team in the NFL.
I think we had that last year as well.
So this is a combination we did, and I don't know if it's I don't know exactly what's going on. That's like
something in the water at Florham Park.
Seriously, this is a combination of guys that were out last game and guys that have been out throughout the season. Carl Lawson, Michael Carter, Mekhi Becton, Elijah Moore, Corey Davis, Tevin Coleman, LaMarcus Joyner, Marcus May, all of our tight ends, Blake Cashman, Bryce Huff, Jamian Sherwood, Vinny Curry. These aren't guys that we're going to sit the bench.
No.
This is like, you're looking at like 15 impact starting players here that were not on the field. So everybody's complaining about Zach Wilson missing 2 to 3 passes. A few of those need to be off.
He missed a few more than that.
There's 2 passes that were memorable. The one to on the bubble screen to Berrios, and then when he missed Griffin.
He missed so granted, Ty Johnson dropped his first 3 passes, but then after that, he flew one out, I think in the flat, way off for Johnson. Johnson was open. Whether or not he'd have caught it, I don't know. Probably not, depending on how he did.
That was when he hit him in the hands.
The one thing I will say about Wilson, and I noticed this a few games back, but like he said he's reading the offense and reading the defense a lot better and progressing through his reads better, which I agree with. I think we're not seeing as many picks as the beginning of this season. We are seeing a little bit quicker release time and things like that. So that would play into him making his reads. But again, it looks like he's throwing the ball to where he sees his receivers instead of leading them on. Sure. Not all the passes, but a lot of passes, we're seeing guys have to turn back.
Oh, they're behind him.
So they're behind the players, which means he's seeing them and throwing it to them instead of leading them,
absolutely. And he's just not used to the NFL speed still.
Yeah, I think that's
I know that he's a bookworm and he does everything as far as his due diligence of watching tape and learning from that. I mean, that we've understood from day one, but it's just taking him longer than Jets fans want it to take him.
He's a very young rookie quarterback.
He's very young. He's 22 years old. He's figuring out this NFL thing. And you're absolutely right. Let's be honest. I mean, Zach Wilson has one of the strongest arms in the NFL. I mean, he's
got a cannon.
He's got an absolute cannon. So him throwing behind guys has nothing to do with arm strength or arm talent. He's just not reading it properly.
Confidence.
So type of stuff comes, man. That just comes with reps. I know we want him to be this guy to uplift our team and we just want to see progression, but we are seeing progression as far as him being smart with the ball and trying to make good reads.
Yeah.
He's looking at his number 1, his number 2, he's looking off guys. I'm seeing it's very, very small and it's very, very hard to see, but I'm seeing some progression out of him. Now, is it discouraging to see him miss these wide open receivers that are in the flat who have 10 yards in front of them to run? Yes, absolutely. But it's something that I think that he's going to figure it out mentally. He's going to figure it out. And I think it just continues to need time. And I'm at a point in the season right now where we're obviously out of the playoffs. I'm willing to give him this time. As long as I don't see him throw passes where I'm just like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Like these little misses here and there, I can wrap my head around those a lot more than I can of just like him just airing a ball out and it's just completely picked off. Like we were saying at the beginning of the year. Some of those passes in the beginning of the year, we were like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So right now, yes, he's missing guys, but things will start clicking. And I truly believe that. And when you're throwing to Braxton Berrios and Jamison Crowder as your number 1, number 2 receivers, you can't expect much.
I love Crowder. And I love those receivers. Like I love Crowder. I love Berrios. I mean, we need to re-sign Berrios just strictly on kick returner alone. You know what I mean?
Love the kid. Love him.
But I mean, when your weapons are out and you're down your top weapons and the ones that you have aren't catching the ball and aren't getting open for you, like you're going to have to force those balls in there. And I think that's maybe what played into them being a little bit behind today, this last game. But I mean, it's hard to be confident when you're not as strong of chemistry with the players that are in there at that point. You're feeling like you have so much on you. So again, like you said, it's going to come. When? I don't know. We've got 4 pretty tough games coming up. 2 of them I think are winnable. We'll talk about next week, coming up soon. But I got to think Jacksonville's winnable, man. I mean, they are more of a circus than we are right now.
We have to be Jacksonville.
And that's got so many layers as to why we need to be.
Yeah.
So
the whole Urban Meyer fiasco, I mean, Trevor he does not look good. I mean, none of these rookies look good right now, man.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, Justin Fields showed a little bit on Sunday Night Football, like here and there, but overall he didn't look great. These guys need time to develop. Look, defenses are very good in the NFL. And I know it sounds like I'm making excuses for Zach, and I'm trying not to do that. But these defenses are extremely good. You don't see these rookies coming out of nowhere, and everybody's comparing Zach Wilson to Mac Jones. That is so unfair. I mean, the guy is on the Patriots with Bill Belichick, arguably the best coach in the history of football, and he throws the ball. He throws the ball like 14 times a game. I mean, that's comparable to like when Mark Sanchez came to the league in 2009, and he just had a team around him that was stacked. Was Mark Sanchez a good quarterback? No, but he had an unbelievable defense. He had some of the best wide receivers in the game, and Mac Jones just fell into a really, really good offensive scheme. So to continue,
Patriots also spent a lot of money this offseason too.
Right, they spent a lot of money.
Last offseason,
a decent amount of money, to make sure they had weapons for him. And we tried doing that to an extent. They've been up and down as far as injuries go, and we're just not in the same position. So the whole Mac Jones, Zach Wilson argument is just ridiculous to me. Mac Jones is on a completely different team. I think if Zach Wilson was on the Patriots, he would be absolutely lighting it up right now. And look, we're changing a culture of losing. I said this in our second or third game, our second or third video. We are changing a decade of losing.
Yeah.
And I believe in the tools that we have right now. I believe in Saleh and JD and Zach Wilson and CJ Mosley and those type of staples.
I hope we keep CJ this offseason. I really do. I mean, I don't see us. I think we get a huge dead cap hit, like dead space or dead money hit if we cut him this year. So I hope we keep him. I really like him, but I want to see. We'll talk about draft come off season time, but
sure.
We need some more players. We need a few more, not a few. We need a lot more pieces in our team.
I hate to say this, dude, but we need experience as well. I know that we have young guys, and I love having these young guns who are almost too young to even understand the gravity that the fact they're playing in the NFL and these games mean something for the history of the franchise, but we need some experience. And we thought we were getting that with Corey Davis, and he's kind of been a dud, but especially in the backfield of our defense. I mean, Marcus May was supposed to be that, and he got hurt, and Ashton Davis is going to be in his 3rd year, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how he.
I think we get LaMarcus Joyner back. I think he's an experienced guy. He's young, but semi-experienced for a safety.
I hope in the offseason we utilize a little bit all of this.
I'd like to see a veteran cornerback come in, opposite Bryce Hall, someone who can lock down a guy.
I love Michael Carter though. I do love Michael Carter.
I do. So
we'll see. But I agree with you. I think right now like this group of young guys, I think that Joe Douglas got it right in the draft. They're going to do extremely well in the future.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that. But for next year, we can't have another one of these. Oh, they're young. It's only their second year. They're still rebuilding. We need one or two just experienced guys that have been in the league for 5 or 6 years that just understand it.
Yeah.
I think that'll just obviously only help us.
I agree.
Yeah.
But we'll see,
All right,
man.
man.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
that's it. Pretty easy. I think we're at the point where it's like it's sad. We don't want to talk about it.
It's kind of just like you getting to a point here where you literally shrug your shoulders, just like I don't even know what else to see here. Zach is young. He's hopefully getting better. You put the bag on the head, you watch the game, and you just I'm done.
You just embrace it.
I'm just done. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Those who do, looking forward to the preview of the Dolphins game. Gordon is coming up to my house for that game.
There we go.
Expect some potential live videos, some shorts, some predictions together.
Shorts. It's winter time, Dan.
I love that. I love you.
I love you. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week for the Dolphins.
Bye.